Siddhanam Namo Airiyanam Namo Vajjayanam Namo Loi Savasahunam. Pandit Sumer Chandra Divakarji, the author of Charitra Chakravarti and Adhyatmik Jyoti, says, no vice like avarice, greed. What is the medicine? Most of the human beings suffer from greed. They continuously want something. They acquire something. Needs continue further. I want this, I want that. I want to do this, I want to do that. I need this, I want this. I like this. I possess this. What is the medicine for this greed? Purvacharyas, the Jain Gurus, they have said, the medicine is Uttam Shauch. Shuchi. This is the word from which Shauch is derived. Shuchi means pure. Shauch means purity. Then what is impurity? It is simple. Greed is the impurity residing in all human beings. To get free from that, this is the best medicine, Uttam Shauch. Uttam Shauch means Yatha Labh Santosh. Staying satisfied with what we are getting through our own karmas. Satisfaction is such a great virtue that it is written in one doha, an old-time verse of this country, Bharat. Godhan, Gajadhan, Vajidhan और रतन धन खान, जब आवे संतोष धन, सब धन धूलि समान. The meaning is, if someone possesses a vast fortune of cows, elephants, horses, gems, and even mines of emeralds, diamonds, gold, and silver. When he acquires the wealth of satisfaction, all other treasures become dust for him. There are many incidences where greed broke families, where greed murdered friends, where greed devastated everything. One story which we have written in Hindi language, it is an incident of Madhya Pradesh. And it is known as Chacha Bhatija, where greed crossed its limits and the result was horrifying. In Bhopal, there is a place at Shauch Bazaar called Loha Bazaar. There lived a merchant called Sundarlal. His brother's son was called Pavan. Both had shops in that market, but the earnings were in favor of Pavan. So the uncle thought about that why are all customers going there? Jealousy, envy surfaced within him, and he thought, because of greed, he thought that if Pavan gets eliminated, then I will become very wealthy. He conspired and planned a strategy. And he bribed two friends of Pavan. And then, on the occasion of Haryali Amavas, which is the new moon day of Shravan month, the Hindi Shravan month. After 15 days, the festival of Raksha Bandhan arrives. That day, the planning was perfect, and Pawan was informed that time, 1967, he was informed that some agent of Avredi batteries is coming to this site at Kamla Park. The great pond of Bhopal is famous. Its length is almost 18 kilometers. Very big pond. On the bank of that pond, there is Kamla Park, and there some agent of Avredi batteries will come, and we will sign a contract, and our business will flourish. Pawan was ignorant about all the conspiracy, so he agreed. And when they reached Kamla Park, the uncle and two friends of Pawan who were bribed, when they reached there was no agent of Avredi. But when there was absolute silence, no one was there in the park. When they were all alone, they surrounded Pawan with pipes in their hand, because the pump house was also very near, very close. They just grabbed some pipes and they attacked Pawan. Pawan said, "What is the matter? Why are you trying to do this to me?" They did not answer, because crime has no answer. Then Pawan said that you two are my friends. I don't know why my uncle is treating me like this, but you are my friends. Friends are the closest beings of a person. Why are you trying to kill me? I have a little daughter also. Just think about her, what will happen after me. Please spare me, spare me. But they did not spare him, and they threw that body, that corpse, in the waters of the great pond of Bhopal. When Pawan did not return at night, the wife was worried. What happened? Why is he not come back? Then gradually searches began, and somehow the uncle Sundarlal, he was also present there, and who knows what happened, but he said maybe he is near Kamla Park. Truth cannot be hidden. Somehow he spoke the truth. Maybe he is near Kamla Park. I had seen him going there. They searched and searched and searched, and ultimately, in the morning, when the sun rose, they went near the pond, and they found that some dead body is there in the water. And when the body was taken out of that water, it was evident that it was a cold-blooded murder. and the body also showed signs of pipes that had been hit on Pavan. And now the Uncle Sundarlal vanished. The police searched and ultimately caught him. And when he was proven guilty, he was sentenced imprisonment, and at Jabalpur Central Jail he was life imprisoned. And when he was there at the jail, his body gradually got decayed, and some stench was there whenever whosoever came near him. No one came to visit him. Once the jailer asked, "Don't you have any relatives?" The face expression was gloomy, and Sundarlal replied, "I had one relative who believed in me, and I was so greedy that you know everything." I wish to die, but death is also cruel towards me. I don't know what to do. My body smells so foul that nobody wants to come near me. I have killed humanity when I killed Pavan. I don't know what to do. So this is the end of greed. Actually, it does not end, but it provides these ends. So the medicine is Uttam Shauch. You stay pure when you stay satisfied with whatever your karmas has given you. Whatever your karmas give you, when you get satisfied with them, actually satisfaction is an inner virtue. It cannot be obtained by extrinsic objects. Even if you possess an empire, it is not necessary that you will be satisfied from within. There is no end of greed. Today you want something, tomorrow you will want something else, and day after tomorrow you will want something else. When one starts the journey within, he comes to know that everything acquired from outside stays outside. It never comes with us. We go away alone as we came alone. Nothing can accompany us. Name and fame are illusions. All possessions are transitory. They are bound to get destroyed one day. All unions get untied one day. Everything is destructible. Our life is also perishable. But the living being is imperishable. The lifespan, when gets over, the living being, its name itself is living being. How can it die? The living being lives in some other body. It changes its dress and address. As our Guru says, what is death? Just a change of dress and address. Goes away. And there it continues its journey. We call it soul, we call it our self, our higher self. We call Atma, we call it spirit. Whatever you name, it is everlasting. It has no beginning, it has no end. But in the cycle of transmigration, that Jiva, that Chetan, that living being, that existence, that conscious existence continues its journey, leaves this body, get reborn in another, dies there, gets reborn in another body. And in this journey, sometimes he acquires good physical addresses. Sometimes the addresses are very downgraded, degraded. Sometimes his body is beautiful, sometimes his body is ugly. Continuously, he rotates and revolves in the cycle of birth and death. And when ultimately some guru comes and reminds him that you are not that which you are thinking you are something else. You are you. Linda Goodman says that what is the meaning of Guru? You are you. A mentor, a person, a teacher, a spiritual being who brings light within us from within him. You are you. What a wonderful secret the Guru reveals before his disciple. Disciple is a person who follows the discipline of Guru. And when the journey begins within, the outer attachments gradually diminish, they decrease, and through meditation, concentration, contemplation, and inner austerities, the sadhu, the monk, becomes greedless, and when he performs his activities, the activities are greedless. For example, when he takes his meals, the chewing process is not affected by greed, so he chews it properly. They say that cereals and grains are to be chewed 32 times before deglutination, before engulfing them. You have to just chew them 32 times. If you want to avoid obesity, then at least 20 times. There are many fat persons in this world. They can slim themselves by chewing every morsel 20 times. And those who chew food less than 11 times are bound to get sick, are surrounded by ailments. They become unhealthy. So, this satisfaction, inner satisfaction, doesn't allow them to become greedy. So they chew their food tranquilly. They chew their food peacefully. And that is what brings something extraordinary in their lives. They become tranquil beings and they create tranquil beings. The life of a monk is wonderful. They are beyond traditions. They are beyond the general rules of societies. They perform Uttam Shauch, greedlessness. They are satisfied from within. That is why whosoever comes to them and accepts a monk as a guru, the guru who is self-satisfied can satisfy that disciple also. One who is not satisfied from within, how can he satisfy somebody else? That is impossible. So this is called Uttam Shauch Dharma, which a guru possesses. And because of this dharma, his samitis are blemishless. He does not commit any mistake in his activities. We can meditate for a while about our inner intrinsic nature. Just sit erect. Shut down your eyes. Observe your breath. And ask yourself, what is my need? Not physical. What is my spirit's needs? Nothing. It just needs to expel all the external needs. There is just bliss waiting for us within us. दिल के आईने में है तस्वीरें यार, जब जरा गर्दन झुकाई देख ली. In our heart, not this heart, pumping heart, don't misunderstand the heart. In our intrinsic nature, everything is there. There is no deficiency of anything. When we connect, when we have inner connection with ourselves, all blemishes dissolve themselves and we acquire Uttam Shauch. Om Hreem Uttam Shauch Dharmangaya Namaha. Om Hreem Uttam Shauch Dharmangaya Namaha. Om Hreem Uttam Shauch Dharmangaya Namaha. Jainam Jayatu Shasanam.